What's up, critical gentlemen and women? It is time for another top 5, and today we're going to talk about the 5 best watches you can get for under $2,000 US. First, I want to apologize for this being my only upload this week. It's been a little hectic getting back into the swing of things after returning from Japan, and I will do my best to return to my 2 upload per week schedule next week. But for now, it's time to talk about the 5 best watches you can get for under $2,000. It seems that some German brands are able to offer comparable quality to many Swiss makers for a significantly lower price. Starting us off at number 5 is the Youngins Max Bill Chronoscope. This watch is powered by a modified Valjoux 7750 automatic winding movement, but more importantly, it presents a striking Bauhaus design that put Youngins back on the map when they released the Max Bill 3-hander and chronoscope together. In this case, the watch earned its way onto the list purely by its exterior design. Not that there's anything wrong with the movement, but in terms of points earned, it is purely based on the aesthetic of this watch. Watch number 4 is another German brand, this time by Sinn, and that is their 104 Street SA. And overall, I think it is a very solid everyday watch. Sinn is another German brand with striking aesthetic, using high contrast black and white on many of their watches, and they frequently make use of this particular type of hand called a syringe hand. These were originally seen very early on in the 20s and 30s, but are enjoying a resurgence first on Sinn and now even some Patek Philippe watches. I personally think this hand style is a very elegant look, and together with Sinn's generally industrial designs creates great contrast and aesthetic on the dial while maintaining a very robust and functional case. The 104 Street presents primarily a dive-oriented aesthetic, which I think makes for an excellent everyday watch. I had a hard time choosing between the 104 Street and the 103 Street, which is a 7750 powered chronograph. Ultimately, I went with the 104 because the 103 I have found is a very tall watch case, especially if you get the model with the acrylic crystal. It makes it difficult to recommend as an everyday watch, as it may not fit under most shirt cuffs. However, as a sports watch, it is certainly a suitable choice, and I think for anyone interested in Sinn, you can't go wrong with either option. Number 3 on our list today is another 3-hand time-only watch, and that is the Tudor Black Bay 36. This watch really turned heads when it was announced, as it is a variation on Tudor's very popular Black Bay diver. With the same hands, dial, and movement, it offers excellent quality, robust performance, and attractive design. Tudor also recently announced this same watch in a bigger size at 41mm. However, it has not yet been released and may or may not fall underneath the $2,000 price point. I personally have great respect and appreciation for the fact that Tudor released this watch at 36mm, which I believe to be the perfect size for any gentleman or woman for that matter. Coming in at number 2 is actually my personal favorite watch on this list, which is the Longines Legend Diver. First, let me just say that I could have populated this entire top 5 with all watches from the Longines Heritage Collection. I think they continue to knock it out of the park in terms of their vintage-inspired releases. Just 2 months ago at Basel World 2017, Longines presented their 1948 Calatrava, which stands to be a great addition to their heritage line. They've also got the flagship, the Conquest, and many other antique-looking designs inspired by history. One of my other personal favorites, in fact, is their mono-pusher chronograph. However, in terms of value per dollar and general wearability, I think it is hard to beat the Legend Diver. In fact, I might even go so far as to say it is my current favorite modern production watch. Sadly, this watch is too large for me to wear at 42mm in diameter with a extra large 52mm lug-to-lug measurement. If any of you know someone who works for Longines who can beg them to release this watch in 38mm or smaller, please do so for me. Finally, at spot number 1, we have the venerable Nomos Tangente. Now, you may be wondering why I would include a manual wind watch at the number 1 spot when all other 4 were automatic. The fact is, what Nomos is offering out of Germany has been recognized around the world as some of the finest watchmaking you can buy. The fact that they offer a highly finished, in-house designed and manufactured movement for under $2,000 makes this watch an undisputable excellent value. Combined with a delicate modern aesthetic and a very modest 35mm size, this watch is in fact right up my own alley. They do offer other models in 38mm as well as with automatic winding movements. However, these both cost a little bit more than the $2,000 mark. But if you are able to be satisfied with a 35mm watch that you have to manually wind, there really is no finer value than the Nomos Tangente. My only word of warning is that once you start looking at Nomos watches, you may or may not be satisfied with the entry-level model. Their in-house designed Neomatic automatic movement is very impressive, and I would have a hard time convincing myself to buy anything less. That said, you're getting an excellent value no matter what you choose, and I frequently recommend Nomos watches to friends and family who ask me where they should start to look in terms of fine watchmaking for good value. So there you have it. 3 of our top 5 watches this week are German, 2 being Swiss. Let me know what you guys think. Have I really upset the mothership here? Or do you guys see eye to eye with me in terms of the German value under the $2,000 price point? Let me know in the comments. Please like, subscribe, or comment if you enjoyed this video. And check back early next week. Thanks for watching The Critical Gentleman.